Like any good twist ending,
You never know what's gonna happen next. Hang on for the loop.
4, 3, 2, 1. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
The Starling Brothers Circus is in town. The big show is tomorrow, but the parade's today. And here it comes up the street now.
I'm Ricky.
I'm Jamie.
And this clip has a twist ending and we have to try to figure out what it is. So many birds.
Okay, are you ready to see our options?
Yes.
Okay, what happens next? A, we see parrot clowns. B, we see baby possums. C, we see tiny human puppets. D, we see so many centipedes.
I want to see a possum, and that's the thing I think is going to be the next thing. Because if the parakeet the people, then what are going to be the big animals?
Yeah, I would like to see parrot clowns.
Look, baby possum.
Oh my gosh. That's adorable. Oh, is that a chihuahua?
Yes!
Oh my gosh.
Everyone is down watching the parade. That is, everyone except Ma Singer. And she couldn't go because she had to work.
You never know what kind of twists and turns you're going to find in the story.
We've been digging into the story of Nehemiah.
The book of Nehemiah can be found in the Old Testament of the Bible.
It tells the true story about a young man named Nehemiah who had the clear purpose to help rebuild the city of Jerusalem and keep people safe.
All right, now Jamie,
Yes.
does the story of Nehemiah end with A, a big party,
Okay.
B, a big reveal, C, a big wedding, or D, a big...
Okay, I think it could be A, but it might be D. Let's find out.
I am Nehemiah, and here's something I'm still wondering. Where's my happy ending? I mean, I set out to rebuild the city of Jerusalem. And you know what's cool? A lot of people jumped in to help me do that. We got it done. There were people pitching in to build new walls and fix the gates and make the city strong again. They didn't just bring their skills, they worked with all their heart. Those were happy memories. Working with such a great team of builders. It's true that not everyone was happy about our work. Some of our neighbors tried to stop us, but we kept working. Even when they insulted us, we kept going and giving God all the credit. We kept praying and no amount of trouble got in our way. Our work wasn't always smooth, but we rebuilt that city in 52 days. What a celebration we had. It was incredible to see what God can do when we work together and trust Him. Families were thriving in the new city. It made my heart feel so good. Why can't that be the end of the story? Why can't we just end it there? Because the truth is not so happy. I'm sorry to say, I recently visited Jerusalem, and what I saw was disappointing. It made me angry. The people were not following God's commandments. They had so many bad habits. Dishonesty, greed. It was not a team taking care of each other. It was every man for himself. This is not the way this story should end. Every step of the way, I prayed. I thought I had God's favor. We did a good work. In the end, I helped save the city, but I couldn't save the people. I could fix the walls, but I couldn't fix their hearts. So again, I ask, where's the happy ending? Is there anyone that can save us? In all these stories, sin keeps knocking us down. God, if you're listening, we need something bigger than walls. Something that fixes our hearts. What we need is a Savior.
we have another clip. Let's go.
Woohoo! The Adventures of Champion. Is Champion the horse?
Yes.
Like a streak of lightning flashing across the sky, like a swiftest arrow whizzing from a bow, like a mighty cannonball he seems to fly. You'll hear about him everywhere you go. The time will come when everyone will know the name of champion. No one knows.
Ouch. Oof.
Oh, you're a bad dog. And it wasn't your fault. And it wasn't your fault. It was both of you. If you hadn't cheated and taken the shortcut, and if you hadn't gotten mad at him because he beat you in the race and tried to kick him, I wouldn't have fallen off.
Okay, kid.
Goodness gracious.
What happens next? A, Rebel gets revenge. B, Champion plays a prank. C, dog nappers take Rebel.
Aww.
Or D, Rebel and Champion ditch Ricky. I hope it's D.
I hope it's D too. I hope that Rebel jumps on Champion's back and rides off.
Yeah, I honestly think, though, it's going to be C. But for those sweet, sweet animals' sake, I hope it's D.
Okay, let's see.
Rebel gets revenge!
Well, just for that, you can stay here.
Wow, we were both wrong.
Rebel got revenge.
Yeah, he guessed C, I guessed D. It was A.
Wow.
All right, so that's one for you. I haven't gotten any right yet, but hey, there's more opportunities.
That is not at all what I was expecting. Just like in the book Nehemiah.
I feel like when there's a story in the Bible that doesn't quite do what we think it should do, that's a good place for us to dig in and ask why.
Hey Loop, story time. So when I was in middle school, there was a musical production that was going to be taking place at my school. And I was dying to try out for the lead. I wanted it so bad, and I was listening to the soundtrack every single night. I was practicing. I auditioned, I waited, and I got the lead. I got the part that I really wanted. I was so excited, you have no idea. Like, just dreaming and counting down the days until it was opening night. I got sick. Yup. I was devastated, and so my understudy had to take my place, and I ended up not being able to participate. Plot twist for me in middle school. The ending was nothing like how I pictured it. Anyways, purpose comes from your heart. And Jesus taught us that our purpose is to love God and to love others. And we could see this in the story of Nehemiah. We could see that this is what he was doing, and things were going pretty well for him as he was rebuilding the city of Jerusalem. But then at the end of the story, we see that it ends with not hope, but disappointment and anger and people making mistakes. Why does the book of Nehemiah end with him being so upset? And why do people go back to their old ways? Because God's big story always points us back to Jesus. You know, Nehemiah's story is one of the many in the Old Testament that show how much people need rescuing from sin. God is working in you. He wants your plans and your acts to fulfill his good purpose. Philippians 2:13. God's good purpose is Jesus and the kingdom he brought to earth. Hope is found there. That's the hope Nehemiah was looking for. You know, we won't find hope in a leader, in a job, in security, in good fellowship. None of that matters if the heart isn't right. And Jesus came to fix our hearts. Through Jesus, we can work with God to help build and love and fulfill his good purpose.
God is working in you. 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 He wants your plans. He wants your actions to fulfill His good purpose. God is working in you. 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 He wants your plans. He wants your actions to fulfill His good purpose. God is working in you. 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 He wants your plans. He wants your actions to fulfill His good purpose. God is working in you.
Hey, Charlie. Are you sure you didn't see that woman anywhere?
Well, what did she look like, boss?
Well, she had blonde hair, about 5'2".
5'5.5".
5'5.5".
5'5.5". Whoa! So there you are, eh? Tampering with the United States mails.
Yeah, I can explain everything, honestly. You see, I opened my neighbor's a letter by mistake, and I didn't want her to think I was nosy, so I mailed it back, but I had to have a Toledo postmark on it, so I mailed it to my Aunt Nellie Davis in Toledo, and I'm awful sorry.
Did you say Toledo?
Yeah.
Here's a letter going to Nellie Davis at Toledo.
Well, that's nice. I'm glad that she found her letter.
So much talking happened in such a short amount of time.
That was really funny. What happens next? A, she's arrested by kids. B, she eats the letter. C, she's yanked into a mail tube. That would be funny. D, a monkey steals the letter.
All of these sound super possible.
So I'm thinking that it's D because that seems to be the most outlandish.
I think she is going to get yanked into a mail tube.
Oh, that'd be so fun.
Nellie Davis! This is it.
I can't believe you were right! I thought that I had the most outlandish choice. 2 for Ricky, what can I say? She sounded a little bit like, wah, wah.
I didn't know that those vacuums were that strong, like to carry it.
Medic! I need help! I need medical help!
What happened?
I was writing a letter to my best friend Tanner, and I got a paper cut!
We have Band-Aids in the first aid kit.
A paper cut! Is there a doctor in the house? It's time for the quiz thing. Bust open that first aid kit. We're talking about wounds. History proves that we're real good at making things that can hurt us. Humans make cannons. Humans get cannonball cavities. We make catapults. We get catapult contusions. From slingshot scratches to boomerang bumps, we keep coming up with unique ways to scar ourselves real good. Even paper has found a way to cut us. I don't trust paper. These days, when you bite it big time on your skateboard and skin your knee, you got a Band-Aid. But long before we had these sticky little bandages, people had to get creative. Which of these materials would the Egyptians use to cover their wounds? Was it A, honey, B, figs, C, chickpeas, or D, fish guts? Which one was it? Was it figs? If you said A, well, of course it wasn't gonna be D, fish guts. Come on! It's commonly believed that the Egyptians were the first to use adhesive bandages. And because of its many healing properties, they used honey to protect the wound from infection. Dad, I kickflipped my skateboard off the pyramid and got hurt. Put some honey on it and walk it off. I think my arm is broken. Each generation got better at caring for wounds. The Greeks used vinegar, the Romans used spices, and then in 1887, Johnson & Johnson started producing gauze. Gauze! The first Band-Aid adhesive bandages hit the market in 1921, but they weren't the easily understood bandages that we all know today. People had no idea how to use them. I cut my finger, is this right? In 1950, Johnson & Johnson used a book to teach kids how a Band-Aid could help them. What was that book called? Was it A, Band-Aids can help? B, Randy Band-Aid is handy? C, Dr. Dan the Bandage Man? Or D, quick, his vital life force is draining out? If you said D, I like your instincts. The answer is C. Dr. Dan the Bandage Man was about a little boy whose life is so impacted by the use of a Band-Aid that he starts putting Band-Aids on any and all boo-boos he sees. Oh, I think I know how bandages work. Now, I'm no Dr. Dan, but a Band-Aid sure can help those little scrapes and grazes. But what about a deeper wound? If you walked into a hospital with a massive chunk missing from your torso and they tried to put a little Paw Patrol Band-Aid on it, you'd quickly get a second opinion. But this is a common thing that happens in the stories of the Old Testament. Sin causes people to feel like something vital is missing, like there's a deep wound in their hearts, or they're leaking precious life. So they try to fix it themselves with a purpose, or a job, or a leader, or any number of things. And sometimes it seems to work. And then everything crashes down. Can you imagine how hopeless that feels? Nothing will ever fix this ache, this deep hole in my heart. I feel empty. You can imagine how that feels because the truth is that same story is still happening here and now. We try anything to fix ourselves. We still think that maybe if I just get the right thing, or I make the right friend, or I achieve the right goal, my heart will feel complete. The bad news is your story will end the same way it did for so many Old Testament people, with more heartache. But here's the good news. Something changed between the Old Testament and now. Jesus. Jesus came to earth to give us something so much better than any Band-Aid. He came to fix our hearts and patch us up. He came to tell us there's lasting hope in God's kingdom. He came to tell us we can work with God to help and build and love and fulfill his good purpose. He gave us the thing that we're all looking for, full life. Don't let sin trick you into thinking you can put a Band-Aid on a big wound. Instead, let God work in you. Let his Spirit renew your heart. By your own strength, with your own fix, you won't get the ending you're expecting. But through God's strength, you can change the world. I'm the Quiz Man. Goodbye.
Suffering from a quiz-related illness? Don't ask your doctor about QuizQuil. Side effects include oatmeal mouth, bone deactivation, rainbow liver, and painful sweats. Not FDA approved.
The story of Nehemiah might not have gone the way we'd expect it.
But it can still guide you to the truth of Jesus. Every heart needs help.
Because of Jesus, every story can have a better ending.
To change the world, let your life show everyone the heart of Jesus.
And if you want to dig in a little deeper to more stories that point to Jesus, check out our Bible Illustrated playlist on our channel.
It is filled with some of our favorite stories from the Bible.
God is working in you.
As he renews your heart and you change the world with love.
Don't forget to enjoy the slide.
Twist ending.